Hey guys, so I'm here today to teach you all about Nosotros command verbs. They're pretty easy. So how do you know when to use them and why to use them and in what cases to use them? Well, let's find out. Nosotros commands are more frequently used to suggest that others do some activity with you rather than to command somebody. So we're saying let's do something or let's not do something. So let's check out our regular AR-ER verbs in command. Alright, so here's our basic form. So, for AR verbs, all you have to do is drop the AR ending of the infinitive form of the verb and add emos. So in this example, we have tomar. So all you do is you drop the AR in the infinitive and you add emos. So in this case, tomimos would mean let's drink or let's take. So for ER-IR verbs, in this example, we have comer, and you do almost the exact same thing. You drop the ER or IR part of the verb, of the infinitive, and you add amos. So, in this case, it would mean, let's eat. So, of course, with everything in Spanish, we have special cases and irregulars. So what do we do with all of those irregulars? Well, let's find out. So first, we have our special cases of zar, verbs that end in zar, car, and gar. So this is pretty easy. Verbs ending in car, gar, and zar require spelling changes in order to keep the pronunciation. So for car verbs, the C changes to QU as you can see in the example. So you still just drop the AR, you still drop the ending, and you still add emos. And for all of these cases, you add emos. There's no amos. It's just emos. So, and then for car verbs, C changes to QU. For gar verbs, G changes to GU. And for zar verbs, Z changes to C. Yay! See now, that's just one irregular. So now let's check out the next ones, which is irregular yo. So, for irregular yo form commands, these are pretty easy to memorize. If the verb has an irregular yo form in the present tense, it also appears in the nosotros command. Verbs with yo forms that end in go or zco in the present tense use the same irregular ending on the present subjunctive. Therefore, it's the same in the nosotros command. So, as you can see, we have yo pongo, which means I put. And you still drop the ending, and for all irregular yo form commands, you add almost. And your irregular stay. So your Z stays, your G stays. So it's pretty easy. That one's pretty easy too. See? Now let's check out our next case. Next we have verbs that end in GER and verbs that end in GIR. So for example, we have coger, which means to choose. So you still drop the ending and you add almost, but the G changes to a J. It's that easy. The same goes for GIR verbs. We have corregir here, which means to correct. So you still drop the ending, add almost, and once again the G changes to a J. Isn't that so easy? I thought so. So now we're going to check out our special cases next. So now we have our just plain irregulars. These are ones that you just have to memorize, and there's 5 as you can see. But let's check something out more closely. So now you just have to memorize them. They're habir, which is to have, sabir, which is to know, sir, which is to be, vir, which is to see, and ir, which is to go. But for our negative command in ir, the form is based on the subjunctive. So make sure you memorize that because it's really important. So there's that. And now we're going to check out one last case, I think, of irregulars. And these are our stem changing verbs. Let's check those out now. So now for our stem changing verbs. These are a bit trickier because you know in present tense they can be a little tricky too. So as we learned at the beginning of this lesson, Nosotros command is formed by using the nosotros form of the present subjunctive. Therefore, Nosotros command follows the same rule as the Nosotros form in the present subjunctive. AR and ER stem changing verbs do not have stem changes in the Nosotros form. IR stem changing verbs in the present subjunctive have stem changes of E to I and O to U in the Nosotros form. So here are a few examples. We have our dormir, which changes O to U. Same thing, you drop the IR, you add amos. And we still have our E to I, so in mentir, which means to lie, your E changes to an I. It's the same thing as in present subjunctive. See, it's not so hard, is it? Now we're going to check out one last tricky thing. And then I think you guys are ready for the test. Alright, let's check out Nosotros commands with the reflexive pronoun. These are pretty easy. So we have one example here. With a reflexive pronoun, these are really easy. When attaching reflexive pronouns at the end of Nosotros command, you drop the final S of the command form before the reflexive pronoun. So in this case, we have let's brush our teeth. So as you can see, the nos is underlined. So that means let's brush our teeth. So as you can see, Nosotros commands are pretty easy. And I'm going to show you one last easy example. Here's just two examples for you to check out. Let's count the money and let's eat there. And as I said before, in Nosotros commands, you're not commanding one person to specifically do something. Alright guys, now I think you're ready for the test. Alright, let's put your knowledge to the test now. Here are 10 fill-in-the-blank questions for you to fill out. Let's see how you do. I'll leave this up here so you guys can copy down. Good luck! All right, let's check your answers and see how you did. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys learned something about Nosotros command today. Have a great day!